City of London police have seized more than 3,000 stolen phones worth over £3 million during property raids across the capital in the last 3 months. Last week alone, 8 arrests were made as a result of that action.
This programme followed the consumer champion and campaigner Dave Fishwick, Bank of Dave, as he joined officers targeting the gangs behind these thefts. He also had a chance to speak to some of the victims, including Jude, who's had her phone stolen not once, but twice. Let's have a look at the impact that these phone thefts have.
I felt so bad, so low, so stupid, so angry, actually, that this had happened. They're despicable. To be making money off people who genuinely work hard and buy things for themselves, to think they can just steal and make money out of other people's hard work. It's a bit of an abomination of modern life, really, that we have to deal with them.
Dave Fishwick joins us now. She's not alone. The trouble is, this is a real scourge, isn't it? Phone theft.
It's happening all over, Susanna. All over the country. It's like an epidemic.
Yes.
And the City of London Police asked us to join us again, myself and Kate Hemingway and the team at Carl Hempin here. We actually gone in there and
There are
followed
Good Morning Britain producers who you work with.
Yes, and we do the powerful stuff when we go after the baddies. And we love making telly that makes a difference to people's lives. And the police allowed us to come into the houses, actually go to the places and see what's happening.
What did you learn about the techniques the police are using?
Well, the wonderful thing is, I thought it was going to be a little bit like Starsky and Hutch. We get there, we smash the door off. What it is real policing it. So we went to the door, you're banging, you're making a lot of noise, you're waiting for the neighbours to come out to chat to. You want to get inside, you want to look at letters, you want to look at things on the floor. And I'm thinking, OK, banging the door in, but no, we were looking in the bins. And we're looking in the bins for any milk out of date or any letters that's been thrown away. Real evidence, real policing, real detective work. That's what leads.
And in one place that they went to, officers seized 10 phones, 40 SIM cards and a lock knife.
Yes. They allowed me to come into the CID room and look at the evidence, and there's a great big knife like that.
Ooh. And
it flicks open, and you can imagine the sort of damage that that's going to do. These weapons are being took off the street by these wonderful police officers. One of my children's a frontline police officer. I'm a huge fan of the police, and I think that we just really need to get behind them because the job they do is so important, and the things they're getting off the street, thousands of phones, and they're actually helping the public and keeping us protected.
And it's not just, is it, Dave, about losing your phone, the cost of the phone that you've lost, the inconvenience. There's also kind of wider risks which you've learnt about.
Yes. So once they get the phone, the thing they do is they put silver foil around the phone. That's the thing they do instantly.
This is the Thieves?
Yes. And once they've done that, it gives them breathing space. Now, it doesn't work 100%, but it works 98% of the time. So once it's round there, it stops the phone then linking up to the masts and going to the internet. Then they can start thinking about what they're going to do with it. They end up plugging it in, taking your data out, they borrow money. I've got one case where one guy lost £96,000. He didn't have £96,000, but the thieves actually borrowed the money on his behalf. Now,
using his phone?
Yes. Now, I actually got the money back for him through the digital bank, and things like that are happening all over the country, so people are actually becoming you. Once you've got your phone, what you need to do is you need to put very solid passwords, you need biometrics, you need to be getting the phone to the position where there's only you can actually get into it because your apps and your banking apps are all on there. Your life's on there.
Right.
So have a very complex password, have Face ID, if possible, so that nobody else can get into the apps, which are going to reveal all your financial information.
So you want two-factor authorisation, which is strong password and your face. You want it putting onto the lock screen straight away. And something I really, really like, and I've spoke about this before, but it's important. On your phone, put it to the point where you're going to dial a number, put star, hashtag 06, hashtag. That is the IMEI. Now, what that means is it's an international mobile equipment ident, and what that does, a barcode will show up on your phone, screenshot it, send it to an email so it's somewhere else on your devices. If your phone goes missing, you can give that to the police and you can give that to your supplier. That will help the police find your phone. It'll also help lock that phone down.
Just tell us again, to get your IMEI number, what do you do?
So you take your phone, you put it on as if you're going to dial a number, and then it's called the IMEI number, and it's ##06#.
Right.
It comes up with a barcode.
And then you take a picture of that or email it to you or write it down.
Email it to yourself, because if the phone's gone, it's gone. And then on top of that, download the health app.
Just to explain this, Dave, before you tell us how to do it, the police have got these 3,000 phones they've seized from criminals in there. But the problem is the police can't get into the phones to find out whose phones they are to return them. If you put two-factor identification, if you've got your face recognition, the police can't get into the phone.
Absolutely.
So they think, well, what do? I want to return it. But there is a solution to this, isn't there?
There is. And this is what got Jude her phone back. Jude's in her 70s, nearly 80, absolutely wonderful. She's had 2 phones pinched, and she was in a shop, and she'd seen some shiny cherries in the window, so she went in to buy a pound of cherries. There was 2 people in there distracting her from what's going on. One had her hand in her handbag, in a zip, and then pulled out her phone and stole it. So it was absolute distraction technique. But she had a medical app on the phone, and the medical app, if you allow it in general apps, it allows you to put your details on, your relatives' details, and also make sure it allows you to show it when you just press the button. In other words, you don't have to get into it to show the app.
So this is really interesting.
It's on the lock screen.
On the phone, if you put in your medical ID, that means that if you were involved in an incident, the paramedic responders can find out your name and also your next of kin. But that's also useful for the police if they find your stolen phone, because they can then ring up your next of kin as well. How do we get to that medical ID screen?
So you go straight onto your general. It's in most iPhones. Lots of other phones have very similar apps, and it's just go onto your app store. You can either get it there on another phone, or you can get it through the iPhone that you've got in your settings. So you go on that,
and you fill out your medical ID.
That's right. And if you just press that button on the side, it comes up on your lock screen, so you don't have to open it. But just be aware of your surroundings. Some of the simple stuff. Just be aware of your surroundings. Put your back against the wall if you're going to go on your phone. Have that IMEI number in it. Make sure your medical app's in there, and just watching what's going on around you.
Brilliant.
Dave Fishwick, thank you for the work that you do, and, you know, well done to the police, because, honestly, it's an absolute nightmare, anyone who's had... Because our lives are on our phones, aren't they?
Very much so.
And then, you know, I can imagine people watching thinking, 3,000 phones, I wonder if one of those is mine. You know, and that's a job, isn't it, for the police to get them back to people. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again.
Very soon.
But people can see you next year, can't they? Or your story, Dave. Tell people what's happening.
Well, we've actually launched the musical.
Dave Fishwick, the Bank of Dave musical.
Hooray! Can you sing?
No.
La, 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 la. Ed?
Of course.
Are you playing yourself?
I'm thinking now, Ed. Now he's doing a bit of singing.
La, 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 Dave.
Oh,
Bank
Ed's
of
me.
Dave.
Dave's Ed. But what's happening
Bank
is...
of Dave.
the tickets are on sale. It's going to I like that.
Carry on.
Yes,
the world
please.
premiere is actually in Manchester, because I wanted people in the north to be able to do it. Not everybody can afford to come to London, so I wanted it to premiere in the north. It's going to go to the Lowry. Tickets are on sale. And the Bank of Day musical starts in May next year.
Are you singing in it, Dave?
I'd love to sing, but the person who's playing me, it's absolutely confidential. I can't tell you who it is. It's wonderful.
Who is it?
I can't tell you. I'll whisper after. I'm thinking now, Ed. I'm thinking with that bit of singing. I'm thinking, do you know what? I might have to have a word with that person and say, look,
I'll be cheaper.
Ed. And Susanna could play Nikki, my wife.
I love your story so much. Seen both films. I look forward to the musical, Dave. Thanks so much.
Looking forward to seeing you there.
Good to see you.